Also, Tortoise is on there, BQ 73, and many others as well. But that's the kind of the basic idea. So stay tuned for all that. But let's jump back to the music. So we're gonna do that. Give us a call at 847-373-7373.
Got that number right?
Got the number right. I didn't give out the wrong number this time. More things to say, more things to play.
That's right.
That's right. Check it out. Tonight's show was dedicated to my man, No Doubt. We gonna break out right about now. Check you all out next week. What? To the industries, yeah, up in the place to be.
What's going on? And we out. Like this.
Do it like that.
So in the end, I guess the moral of the story is that the war continues within us.
Another year in Toronto, another drunk in a bar, barf in a parquet. Another dunk for DeMar, more junk of the hearts, beats in the trunk of the car, on a hard drive. I'm talking from the junction to Scarbs. Trump is in charge and they trump up the charges. Told my man that maybe he should move up here, but we get bumped to the margins. Marved, many kids starve, mumbling bars. We're numb to the numbers of people sleeping under the stars. Can't argue that the lump isn't large now. Greed is a sickness far worse than that lung full of SARS. We're number one in the charts, only one in the pews. Planes and clouds in the skies, cranes down in the highs, crowding the views. I wonder how much housing is used. Downtown under construction, sounding loud and confused. Down tempo and woozy, hard techno and trap. Forgot the last line.
Another night in Toronto, an autumn walk through the park. Another heart fills with sorrow from a shot in the dark. And yet, another tomorrow that we both didn't see. A disagreement turned argument we both didn't need. I say you never consider, you say that I never care. Your arms are crossed on the couch, I'm gonna go get some air. Beyond the park, I crossed Jarvis and front until young. We're young, somewhat undone by the city we're from. An empty plate with no meal, a shining knife and a fork. The smartest artists all jump on the plane to New York. You tell me that I should settle, as if staying's a choice. But I've been using my music, so you've been losing your voice. I feel the constant control, you feel the constant neglect. You're scared of developers aiming at our neighborhood next. And I fear the same people tasked to serve and protect. Where do we walk in the city where the police are a threat? If we object to the mention of being pushed to the edge, they politely ignore us, say that we're driving a wedge. But our rent, it soars higher like the gulls by the lake. They either build or destroy, we either give or we take. I get a text on my phone, I see your name with a face, with a wink and a smile. When I arrive we embrace, your arms closed over my shoulder, my hands wove in on your waist. Sweet and sour September, bitter moments to taste. I hope that we never scar, though we are licking the wounds. Sweet and sour our city, 1,000 flowers in bloom. In a glass-covered garden, downtown in the park. Your sweet as sour Toronto, help me see in the dark.
Dufferin Street, Cambridge Crescent, 34th Ave, 3rd and Widener, Rugby Boulevard, Bergen Line, Jarvis and Gerard. Yeah, the tide rises in me when the moon is full. I feel these lines bubble up and overflow in my soul. I watch the wind when it caresses the limbs of tree branches older than me. The city chopped them down last week, I could've cried. My view from my window, it kinda died. Now I'm mourning at the altar of these days gone by. I filled my glass up what could've been, should've been wine, and got drunk off the illusion of time. Entitled in the worst way, living like my life is my own. We all thirsty, wonder why we don't feel whole. Slowly emerging, the evidence we out of control. It is our children that inherits this all. I want children in the worst way. Feel I should apologize though, like I'm selfish or small-minded for not wanting much more. Or maybe it's too much to ask. Broken walking on glass, soaking up the curses and blessings of ancestors past. A legacy that can last. We don't see that too often. All my 30-something peoples look around and feel lost, and why is that? I had a thought, but the beat came back, I lost it. Found in the music, my senses get lost in. Often, rambling with wisdom that's older than all your logic. Words are not the ultimate, feelings distort the optics. Spiritually led to follow wherever my heart is, and it took me on some detours, I still stay on topic. You wanna hear something relevant, something obvious? I'll tell you how my life got started. Aborted options, and this life ain't all there is. There's more to this than trending topics, I promise. You ain't hear me though, right? Let me